explaining it because it is this simple. My money that you owe me and the interest associated with that is now working with you as a gig worker. You've now employed it. So it's a subcontractor until you pay me.
Yeah.
You're earning interest on my money, the money you owe me. You are benefiting from holding on to my money. And because you're doing that, you owe me for letting you use my money. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yep.
See, when we did our process, I was getting ready to do the W-4. And then I looked at it and I thought about I watched one of Felicia's videos. Somebody advised me to, and that was about 2 months ago when she did it. And I'm like, okay, I didn't like everything she was saying because I knew some of it was regurgitation of something she heard from someone else without details. So they didn't
Yeah.
explain everything fully to her. And I keep telling people, you can't go into court talking about no special appearance. But again, I digress. Back to the hotel. I realized when we were going after these companies for this debt and creating the tax credits as a result of the debt by doing the W-4s, this is us doing the same process without going to court. We're using the administrative branch of government to redress the issue.
Now,
And
here's
yes,
my only problem with the W 4. The object of the game is to tell the trustees how much credit is being used by the corporation, credit of the trust. Okay.
actually not
Now,
with me, but I get
well,
you. I get you what they're doing.
yes. Now, my dad, self-employed, all his whole life. Now, when he was doing installation work for the big box stores, what would they give him at the end of the year? A 1099.
1099. Yes, he's a gig worker. They just call it a gig
Yeah,
worker today.
yeah. Well, he why not send him a 1099?
No, 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 no. You don't understand. Remember, they sent your dad a 1099. You don't send them a 1099. That's what the 1099A and the 1099C is
No,
for.
no. So
Yeah.
he owned his own company. He did installation work. He had subcontractors that worked under him that did the
Oh,
work.
yeah. He had
Okay.
subcontractors that did the work.
Now, when Home Depot paid Piedmont Installations at the end of the year, they sent Piedmont Installations a 1099. We
Yes, when they
gave,
paid Piedmont.
yes.
So why would you
So
send someone a 1099 to pay them as a gig worker when it is
the
you who
point,
are owed the money?
the point I'm getting at is you give ABC Power Company the way they designed this system to work was the currency needed to flow. Okay. So what happened? They send the demand letter with the coupon, and you send the coupon back with your payment. So let's say you have a $500 a month bill, then that means they're double dipping for 1,000 a month because they got the coupon and the payment. At the end of the year, when you do your tax papers, you fill out a 1099 and say, "Hey, IRS trustees, this power company received $1,000 a month, totaling 12,000. So 12,000 a year in credit from the trust."
But you can't prove that.
Well, you're doing the same thing. The philosophy
I
behind the W
know,
four
but
is that.
you must understand the W-4 is saying that, but the IRS is required to do the research. They're required to do the investigation because
It
they're
would
going to
be
charge that company. But
it'd
with
be
the
the same
1099,
principle.
same principle, but the rules are not the same. 1099, which 1099 first? Which 1099 would you use?
Well, used to it be the 1099 miscellaneous was what was used. Now they've actually got a new form called the non-employee compensation, the 1099 NEC.
Now, I would probably suggest that the non-employee compensation might work. As a
That's
matter of
kind of
fact, I
what
think
I'm
that
thinking.
that would replace the 1099, the W-4. I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
that
I'm.
that would replace
Yeah,
the W-4.
because it's technically it is
Okay,
non-employee compensation that's been given to that
exactly.
corporation.
But you're not gonna, the people who are on the bandwagon, you're not gonna convince them of that.
Actually,
But I will
yeah,
give you that credit. Okay, go ahead. Actually, what?
actually, there's quite a growing group of people that are understanding the NEC, and they're kind of in agreement that the W-4 is an employer-employee relation. The NEC is not, and that's probably the one you should be doing.
I am very proud of something, bruh. The
What?
Eon channel doesn't do any more videos, but it's got 1,000 views in less than 2 days. I
It's
don't do
because
any
I
more
keep.
videos on the
It's
channel.
because I keep talking about you.
Yeah, but I don't do any videos on the channel anymore. But
Yeah,
there is a video that I just put up showing people that their collateral security is the note.
yeah.
And if they just I'm not going to explain it to them. I'm hoping that the right people will understand that the collateral for the loan is the note
So
and the application and the note coming together. Go ahead.
by the way, how did Fearless Floyd talk you into um, agreeing to be on his website?
No, I didn't agree. I told him that
Oh,
I didn't
okay,
have the time.
okay,
Now, if he misunderstood that, I thought I was very clear. I don't have the time. I wish I
yeah,
could, but I don't have the time.
yeah.
There's just too much going on.
Um, no, but I'm thinking now. By the way, I had an interesting conversation with a lady.
You know, you
She
say by the
saw
way a lot,
this.
right? And you're
Yep.
supposed to be the pastor along the way, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
this lady saw the video where the guy made the phone call to the IRS about a remittance coupon, and they
Hmm.
told him how to fill it out.
Okay.
So she took that information and called her whatever company it was and said, "Do you take remittance coupons?" Well, yeah. Now I asked her, "Did you record this?" Because people do not seem to understand.
Of
Record
course
these
not. They're
stuff.
they're on crack. Do
I
me a
know.
favor before you go on with that. What video is it with the IRS telling the guy how to fill out the remittance coupon?
Um, let's see here.
I was about to say, how dare you bring up a conversation like that and not go into anybody's detail? I understand how to fill out the remittance coupon, but to have somebody call the Internal Revenue Service and have somebody say that, I
Uh-huh.
would have talked about
Well,
that idiot on video
well,
because that's what I do. Go ahead.
here's the interesting thing. She called the company she was doing it with and asked, "Do you take remittance coupons?" They said, "Yes, we do." "Well, can you explain to me how to fill it out?" And they gave her all the information. And she even asked them, "Should we send it to the Treasury also?" "Oh, yes. If that's what you want to do, you are more than happy to do that. And it may speed up the process." So she talked to me yesterday. Says, "Okay, what do you do?" I said, "Hey, rehash the phone call, put it in a cover letter, and say, 'Hey, as the authorized representative of the account, blah, blah, blah,' and sign it, done in good faith, and send
Yeah,
it
but
to
she
both
didn't
parties."
record it.
Yeah, I know. So,
And
but the company told her
yeah,
everything, and she wrote it down exactly how to fill it out and put it on the coupon, on the bill.
yes, but I cannot. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is if we have an actual company saying it and it's recorded, then I can go into a court with this and I can finally say enough of this BS, but I can't do that with stuff like that. So that's why I'm asking you the video where the guy called the IRS. That's the
Send
one
that
I'm
to you?
interested in. Yes, definitely. Or the link for it. Definitely, because
Well, I
I can work
downloaded
with that.
her video,
Oh, she did the
and
video?
no, she actually shared her video on TikTok, and she shared a clip of that video. I'll text her and say, "Hey,
I
can you?"
am very disappointed that she didn't record the call. If she could do it again and record the call, that would be perfecto.
Let's see.
And the reason being is because we can now hold their feet to the fire. Look, I am tired of these people suffering. When I told you guys about the woman who killed herself because they were coming to take her home that she had already paid for, and they were coming to take her home, and as the sheriff comes telling her he's about to evict her, she shoots herself and kills herself.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here.
I've had enough of this. None of this
I
should be going
understand.
on.
Now, let's see. Here's the link to the original phone call.
Okay. Oh, so you
And
realize I called you from Skype, right?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because it was supposed to dial no numbers and everything, but there you go. Same thing.
I'm recording the phone call.
That's fine.
That way
I advise
that way
people to
I can
record all my
yeah.
calls.
And I try to really remember to do that.
Yeah, because I'll say things just like I've done videos and I've said things on videos that I'm like, God, I got to go back and listen to that. And I go back and I listen and I don't even realize that I've said what I've said. But then I'm like, man, that's right on the money. So people don't realize when I say I don't study this stuff, I just talk and the information just comes out without me thinking about what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to say something, I'm just talking. And it just works out that way. That's why when I speak about Mr. Haggerty and what they're doing, they don't realize because I'm getting ready to do it for all debts. I'm getting ready to do this process for all debts, and the non-employee form, that one will work. Okay, because it's the same exact thing.
Now, and
And you know
here's
what?
one for you. She's contacted the mortgage company over the mortgage note, right? Now they're telling
Okay,
her this is 21st Century Mortgage Corporation. And it says, I apologize for any misunderstanding on my part. 21st Mortgage Corporation does not have a document on your account referring to REMIC. 21st Mortgage Corp is privately funded and does not sell loans on the secondary market, as this account is a home-only loan. The only documents I'm aware that would be sufficient is the copy of title and contract previously emailed on 8/31.
I'm not understanding that.
She went to the mortgage company to ask for the REMIC, and they're telling her that
Yeah, that they don't do remix, but are they the
yeah,
original company?
I'm presuming they are.
No, contact her and make sure of that because if they are the original company and it wasn't a remake, then she's sitting in a better position than most people. Why? Because they're the original company. When they received the note, they should have been paid through the treasury. So get a copy of the note that has the stamp paid to the order of. I just did that video. That's the one that I said has 1,000 views. If it says
Huh?
paid to the order of, that shows it was paid
Give me a minute to
because
call
it's
you.
no longer a promissory note.
Give me a minute to call you
Go
back.
ahead. All right, I'll
Okay.
be here.
Bye.